Yo, what's good, YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to another reaction video. We got 10 NFL coaches that could be fired by 2024 midseason. Hey, for me, bro, obviously Mike McCarthy. I really think, you know what I'm saying, Sean Payton and Dennis Allen are also on the hot seat as well. But let's go ahead and check this out.
Being a head coach in the modern NFL ain't easy.
Sean McDermott.
Sean McDermott's on the hot seat. Oh.
With the way that some of these owners and general managers treat
Matt
their
Eberflus?
teams, well, I would say maybe don't be too surprised if your favorite team's head coach doesn't make it.
Well, I already know John
Harbaugh's
Harbaugh's not going anywhere,
Mike
so.
McCarthy, Dallas Cowboys.
Yeah.
Mike
This is probably the
McCarthy,
main
like many
one
Dallas
right here.
Cowboys coaches before him, and likely many after, finds himself
Jerry
under
Jones should be
intense
going
scrutiny
too,
as
to
he
be
enters the
honest.
2024 season. Despite leading the team to a 12-5 record in 2023, the season ended in disappointment with an embarrassing playoff loss to his former team at the Green Bay Packers.
Like, bro, 48-32, like, this looked way closer than it actually was, bro. Those were mostly garbage time points from the Cowboys.
Despite Dallas coming into the game as a massive favorite. This defeat, marked by questionable play calling and game management, was not just a narrow loss either. They got humiliated in front of a national audience in a way that has undeniably cast a shadow over McCarthy's tenure and put him squarely in Jerry Jones's crosshairs. It was honestly stunning that Jones didn't just fire him on the field after a loss like that. You know, with the expectations that the team had.
That's crazy.
The Cowboys' outspoken owner has made it very clear that he expects
Bro,
Super Bowl.
I remember when Skip
Cowboys'
Bayless
outspoken owner has
fucking
made it
tweeted this, bro. That comma saved his fucking life.
very clear that he expects Super Bowl contention every
Holy
season.
shit.
And if Dallas is not heading that direction early, well, don't put it past Jones to give McCarthy his pink slip mid-year. Robert Saleh,
Robert
New York
Saleh,
Jets.
yeah.
Through no real fault of his
For
own,
sure.
Robert Saleh's tenure with the New York Jets has been marked
They
by
haven't even made the playoffs with him at head
inconsistent
coach.
performances. But, you know,
They might make it this
it's
year.
tough to put the blame squarely on
Look at
Saleh,
Rasheed
after
Rice in the
all.
background.
The Jets organization, well, it's regularly one of the most chaotic around the league top to bottom. Making matters even worse, well, he was first saddled with an absolute bust in a second overall pick at quarterback with Zach Wilson, who reportedly he never wanted to draft in the first place. Then in year two, despite having a revamped roster led by star quarterback Aaron
That's
Rodgers,
tough.
the Jets finished the 2023 season with a disappointing 7-10 record, putting his Jets career mark at 11-23. Again, Saleh was at the center of some misfortune as Rodgers went out with an Achilles tear on the first series of the season, but still, not exactly the level of performance the team was expecting when they signed him away from the San Francisco 49ers a couple of years back.
Yep.
It's hard to say that Saleh has done a bad
Oop.
job.
Did we just get a sub?
Especially when you look at
Yo,
how the
appreciate
defense,
you,
which is
bro,
Saleh's
whoever that
specialty,
was.
has fared under his leadership. But with the Jets investing heavily in both free agency and the draft, ownership is expecting immediate results. Matt Eberflus should
Matt
go
Eberflus?
Bears. I think that Matt
Yeah.
Eberflus surviving the vaunted
But I feel like the
Black Monday
Bears might do decent this year because they were decent last year, you know what I'm saying, finishing 7-10. They might finish like 10-7 this year.
It's clear that Chicago is moving on.
I think that's an appropriate record for them.
And going to be taking
Especially with the
Williams
moves
out of
they
USC
made.
with the #1 overall pick in the draft.
But do not expect them to be one of the best teams in the league at all.
Considering it, well, it hasn't exactly been rainbows and sunshine for Eberflus in the Windy City. That said, with Williams coming into the fold and the bevy of acquisitions that they've made to support their rookie quarterback, there's actually some excitement around this roster that we haven't seen in Chicago in quite some time. The Bears did one of the most un-Bears-like thing imaginable and actually put together one of the best wide receiver trios in the league by adding veteran Keenan Allen and rookie Rome Odunze.
Bro,
to
I
a
love
team that is
Rome
led by
Odunze,
DJ
bro.
Moore.
Like, that was my favorite
I say
receiver
all
coming out
this
of the
to
draft
say
this
that
year.
Despite Bears general manager Ryan Poles' general patient
I'm gonna try to
approach,
watch every
there's a
Bears
massive
game
risk
this
that
year
if things
because of
go
Rome
awry
Odunze.
early, that they decide to pull the rug out from under their head coach in a hurry to prevent further collateral damage to their promising young squad. Dennis Allen,
Dennis
New
Allen,
Orleans
yep.
Saints. Dennis Allen's head
100%,
coaching
bro.
tenure with the New Orleans Saints has been a roller coaster, albeit not a particularly exciting one. More like a kiddie roller coaster, one that's
Because
slowly
like,
breaking
bro,
down.
why the hell would they bring in Derek Carr and pay him all that money, knowing damn well he's a bridge quarterback at most?
The defense,
Like,
which
come
was
on now.
Allen's supposed area of expertise, has been
And now they
solid,
stuck.
but, not
But at least,
spectacular
hey,
enough to
I'm gonna say this right now. Do not be surprised if Spencer Rattler replaces Derek Carr this season.
play the team. With veteran quarterback
You know,
Derek Carr,
because I feel like
heading into year two
Derek
of the team,
Carr
the
is
pressure
gonna
now on
play
Allen to make a
horrible,
playoff push
and Spencer
in a
Rattler's gonna
relatively
save them.
weak NFC South.
The Spencer Rattler still got
Sirianni,
talent.
Philadelphia Eagles. This one,
Ooh, now this is an interesting one right here. I'm not even gonna lie to you, bro. Cause they just made the Super Bowl a couple seasons ago. Would he already be in the hot seat?
might surprise people a little bit, but
Yeah.
for those closer to Philly, well, they know that the seat might get hot under Nick Sirianni in the city of brotherly love with the way that last season ended.
Yeah.
You see, Nick Sirianni's situation is somewhat unique, given his previous success with the Philadelphia Eagles. However, the NFL is a what have you done for me lately league. And while he did lead the team to a very stellar 14-3 season that was capped by a near victory in the Super Bowl, Sirianni's Eagles faltered massively down the stretch last season.
Yeah.
And ultimately flamed out in humiliating fashion. So, fair or not, the bar is set incredibly high for Sirianni, and with the Eagles boasting one of the most talented rosters in the league, you know, with quarterback Jalen Hurts emerging as a bona fide star, if this team needs a sacrificial limb because things aren't going too well this year, well, let's face it, it's gonna be Sirianni that falls
Yeah,
on
and
the suit.
Sirianni's a dickhead,
Jonathan
too.
Gannon, Arizona
Jonathan
Cardinals.
Gannon? Damn, after
2024
one season?
was a big season for Jonathan Gannon. with the
Yo,
Arizona Cardinals.
this nigga just got signed last year, bro.
Cardinals begin coaching
God
Jonathan Gannon's
damn,
second season, and the
give
team's
him a
top draft pick, wide
chance.
receiver Marvin Harrison Jr.
Like, he didn't have much to work with last year. Give this nigga a chance.
Set of
Bro,
games.
what the
First,
fuck?
they travel on the road at Buffalo. Then the team gets to return to Arizona, but for a matchup with the Los Angeles Rams and Detroit Lions. They'll get a slight reprieve week 4.
But
with
the
Washington
Cardinals,
Commanders coming
I'm gonna say this right now: the Cardinals are not gonna be good this year. I feel like Kyler Murray's gonna have a good season, but the Cardinals as a whole are not gonna have a good season, bro. Because look at all these tough games. They could really, like, realistically lose every single one of these games to start the season, bro. Like, realistically.
town, but then, well, it's 49ers, Packers, and Chargers on Monday Night Football Week 7. And if things go south at the Cards, which, well, based on Gannon's abysmal first season at the helm, during which the team finished 4-13, let's just say I would not be shocked to see the first-time head coach unceremoniously discharged if Arizona gets off to a slow start and suffers a national embarrassment on Monday Night Football.
That's
Harsh,
tough.
but true. The Cardinals just mended fences with star quarterback Kyler Murray and gave him a beefy extension. So, if a change needs to be made because the team isn't performing, it's gonna be Gannon that's showing the door. No doubt about that. Sean McDermott,
Sean
Buffalo
McDermott?
Bills. Though Sean McDermott has presided
Didn't they
over one of
just
the most
pay-
successful
re-sign him
periods in
too?
franchise history,
If I'm not mistaken, they re-signed him about a couple seasons ago.
Impressive regular season mark with the way that the Buffalo Bills have struggled to live up to expectations once playoffs come around. And of course,
Yeah.
they fall out of the Stephon Diggs breakup. McDermott is gonna really need to get
They've
off
never
to a
been
good
able to
start
get past
this year.
Kansas City in the
Now, of course,
playoffs.
it isn't all bad for McDermott. Quarterback Josh Allen remains one of the league's best, but his propensity for turnovers has been a bit of a concern. The Bills' defense, a once formidable unit, showed serious vulnerabilities last season, and he's going to need to do a better job of doing more with less, considering the chunk of salary.
Go ahead and
cap
trade
that the
Von Miller, bro.
Bills eat
Like,
up.
that's the
Bills have-
biggest reason why they, you know what I'm saying, have had to let so many of their star players go, is because Von Miller's contract. Get rid of him ASAP, bro. Before the mid-season mark, get rid of Von Miller.
Real Super Bowl
Like, I feel like that's
aspirations.
gonna
McDermott
really
needs to
save
get
their
this
team for the
to
long
take
run
that next step.
if they get rid of
Otherwise,
Von Miller's
he may
contract.
see ownership flip on him rather quickly. Brian Dable, New
Brian
York
Dable,
Giants.
yeah.
Brian Dable's inaugural season with the
Yeah.
New York Giants was filled with
I
promise.
could see this
The former
one.
Bills coordinator led New York to a 9-7-1 record and a stunning playoff berth, despite folks around the league predicting that the Giants would be picking at the top of the draft the following season. Unfortunately for Dable and the G-Men, the 2023 season saw a massive regression for the Giants.
I feel like the
Finishing
biggest
the year-
mistake for them was re-signing this nigga right here to a massive contract. Now y'all are fucking stuck. This nigga only had one. It wasn't even that good of a season. It was decent, over 3,000 yards, bro. Like, bro, you pay him a hefty contract like that. This nigga is mid at best, bro. Come on, let's keep it a buck.
With
Daniel
a
Jones is
6-11
nowhere
record
near
that
top
was at
15,
many
top
points
20
even uglier than
in
that
QBs in the
record would
NFL.
suggest. Granted, quarterback Daniel Jones was in and out of the lineup with injuries, but when he was healthy, he still struggled mightily,
Yes.
leading many to wonder why New York even bothered to re-up his deal heading into the year. Unfortunately, New York is
Bro,
stuck with
what
Jones for
the fuck
one
is this, bro? Bro, this nigga like he's seeing a ghost. God damn,
per
nigga.
year. So Dable does have a little bit of a human shield there. But if things completely deteriorate in the Meadowlands, do not be shocked if we see the Maras go against their tradition and pull the plug on Dable mid-year. Sean Payton, Denver Broncos. Sean Payton,
that was one of mine right there.
In Denver was met with lofty expectations and excitement in the Mile High City, and understandably so, given his successful track record with the New Orleans Saints. After all, there are only so many NFL coaches that have won a Super Bowl, and Sean Payton is one of them. But with expectations comes the risk of disappointment, and my God, were the Broncos disappointing last year?
Yeah,
with the team
fact they're still paying Russ while he's on the Steelers, like, says a lot. It really does. But that's not Sean Payton's fault,
quarterback,
because he wasn't there when they paid Russ.
It was a bit troubling considering Payton's reputation as an offensive guru. But in any case, Payton won the
still struggled a lot last
year. Got the veteran
year.
signal caller shipped out of town to Pittsburgh, meaning that all the attention is now firmly on him.
Yep.
So if we see the Broncos stumble out the gate in 2024, Payton's tenure could be shorter than anticipated. The Broncos are not a franchise that likes to waste time, and considering what a polarizing figure Payton can be, it is very possible that we see Denver seek a new direction if early returns are not promising post Russell Wilson. Dave Canales, Carolina Panthers. All right, well, let's start this off by saying I am truly sorry for Dave Canales, who's walking into a power
they pretty much set this nigga up for failure, bro, in his first season for Carolina, bro. Because you trade away Bryce Young's potential #1 receiver, and then you just have fucking grocery shoppers as his fucking #1 wide receivers and shit. Like, come on now.
As a first-time head coach, Canales is up against
can't really do this nigga like that.
Few coaches,
but they have better talent offensively than they had last year with Deontay Johnson and
Tepper watching the rookie head
Jonathan Brooks.
For some reason, Tepper seems to think
Xavier
that he can run a
and
pro
shit like
football
that.
team like a 12-year-old playing Madden, recklessly wheeling and dealing players, hiring and firing coaches, and if the Panthers get off to a slow start and they continue to struggle offensively, well, that could lead the front office to reconsider their choice and put Canales at risk of a mid-season firing. The NFC South, being relatively weak, provides a window, albeit a slim one, of opportunity for Canales and the Panthers. However, Canales must prove that he can handle the pressures of being a head coach and quickly implement his system, which, based off how the team and its young quarterback Bryce Young looked in 2023, is gonna be a tall order. I don't think it would surprise anyone if the Panthers got off to a slow start and then to see Tepper go rogue and start canning people left, right, and center, his rookie head coach included. But hey, on the bright side, if Canales can turn this team around, he is most surely going to be up for Coach of the Year honors. But hey, which NFL head coach do you think is most likely to get fired in the middle of this upcoming season? Who did we get right? Who did we get wrong? Was there anyone that we may have missed? Let us know in the comment section below. If you liked this video and learned a thing or two, clicking the like button helps out a ton. And hey, we really appreciate it. If this is your first time coming around to
Hey man, what do you guys think about the 10 NFL coaches that might get fired this year? Mike McCarthy is definitely #1 on top of the list. Like they have not even made an NFC Championship game with him there at head coach. Like, Mike McCarthy should have been gone since last year. Like, after the season ended, that's when Mike McCarthy should have been out the door. I feel like they should just really clean house and restart from the ground up, because as long as Jerry Jones is in office, they're not going to do anything, bro. Like, he says that they're all in, but all they did was sign Zeke. Like, that's not going to get you anywhere. But I want to know what you guys think down in the comments below. Hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe to the channel if you're new. Turn on post notifications, notified whenever I drop another banger video. Wonder what the 300 subs help me get there for more banger NFL content like this. And without further ado, I'm out. Gang!